Today, our team will talk about Grameen Bank. Okay, let's move to the introduction. Grameen Bank founded in 1933 by Muhammad Yunus in Bangladesh. Grameen Bank began with one revolutionary idea that poverty is caused not by laziness, but by lack of access to financial resources. In 2006, Yunus and the bank received the Nobel Peace Prize for their innovation work. Government provides small collateral-free loans, mainly to women, to help them start business and support their families. With group lending and doorstep banking, it has empowered over 10 million borrowers, and 97% of whom are women. As of March 2025, the bank has disbursed over 40 billion in loans. Let's move to the problem. In a rural area like Bangladesh, poverty and financial exclusion trap people in cycle of inequality. Globally, 1.4 billion adults remain unbanked, mostly women and the poor. This limit access to education, healthcare, and opportunity. It also puts um, pressure on the environment with deforestation rising as people rely on natural resources to survive. So this isn't just a financial issue; it a social environment crisis, and its inclusive models like Grameen Bank offer a hopeful path forward. Yeah, let's move to the next slide.
So to the solution and impact. So all we know that Grameen Bank mission is to break the cycle of poverty, especially in rural area where financial inclusion remain a major barrier. So to address this, Grameen is scaling up its doorstep banking model, bringing loans and saving directly to remote village. And this ensures that even those in the hardest to reach area can access essential financial tools. Alongside this, Grameen is launching simplified digital accounts with low fees and no minimum balance designed for rural clients who may be unfamiliar with formal banking. And to strengthen the impact, Grameen also run financial literacy workshop, helping clients, especially women, gain skill in saving and running small business. And the social impact is by expanding financial access. Grameen reduce reliance on loan shark and help a family build more stable life. Women gain financial independence and leading to the better health, better education, and economic outcome for their families. So Grameen's approach prove that fighting poverty isn't just about providing loans, it's about creating an inclusive financial system that empower the unbanked to secure a better future. So we move to the next part.
So the next part is environment solution. So the first one is promotion of the renewable energy. Grameen Shakti, a social business under the Grameen family, promotes the solar home for system for rural Bangladesh. Secondly, is environmental awareness through the social program. Housing loans support the construction of a durable, eco-friendly home, reducing the environmental strain from the temporary structure. And the last one is resources conservation by the foresting micro businesses that prioritize the local resources. For example, handicraft, small-scale farming. Grameen reduces the environmental footprint compared to industrial alternatives. Let's move to the next part.
Okay, so about the economic impact, Grameen Bank's macro model directly addresses the period of credit security through the following. The first is macro loans boost local economies by enabling micro enterprise in creating the multiplier effect. The second is housing loans improve living conditions and stimulate local construction economies. The third is job creation and entrepreneurship, reduce rural unemployment, especially through the women-led businesses. And the final is increased household income leads to higher spending on essential and education supporting long-term growth. So the next is
strategic recommendation. So we have three small part in this big part is a scaling up strategy, lesson, and adaptation. Let's move to the scaling up strategies.
so the lessons about the digital financial literacy training. The problem is low digital literacy amongst clients, limited access to technology. Many people have not access to use the phone, so the strategy is develop app-based interactive financial literacy models to empower borrowers accessible via smartphone or community. So it is available because it can support the gradual digital inclusion, promote self-based accessible learning, and reinforce key financial behavior. Let's move to the lesson.
So the lessons is about Grameen demonstrate that microfinance is a powerful tool for poverty reduction. With a 95 repayment rate and 30 billion in loans, it helped reduce Bangladesh poverty from 70% to 21%. The key policy lesson is aim microfinance into national poverty strategy and supported by subsidies and tax incentive, with the potential to lift 100 million people out of poverty by 2030. At the same time, Grameen social business model proved that sustainability is achievable. Being 97 since 1995, it shows that social enterprise can balance um, financial viability with social impact. To scale this globally, government should establish legal framework and tax incentive, unlocking the potential to create 1 billion jobs by 2030. And we move to the next part.
So to understand how Grameen model can adapt in Vietnam, we first analyzes the Vietnam microfinance context. So after through SWOT analysis, we come up with the potential capture. The trend we have in Vietnam a strong demand for farm-related credit, and the witnesses is major service gap in rural area, and rural farmer lack purchasing and loan use, and the opportunity is women are reliable micro loan client, and the threats a loan repayment may be threatened by climate risk like saltwater intrusion and flood and drought. So we propose the agricultural micro loan for adapt the model in Vietnam. So let's dive into this. Our for agricultural micro one strategy, our target market is Mekong Delta farmer, women, ethnic net minority, and so our adaptation have two key action. First, we partner with Vietnam Women Union to form 5 to 10 farmer group for 100 to 2,000 dollar for loan for rice, agriculture, and livestock. The timeline is 5,000 group by quarter 4 2026 and to 20,000 by quarter 2 2027, and we aim to reach 100,000 farmers, including 80% of women. And secondly, we roll out the crop cycle and livestock loan. Specifically, we will buy 6-month crop loan and 12 to 18-month livestock agriculture loan with Harvard aligned repayment, which improve repayment rate and lower over indebtedness. So in like launching Warden 1 2026 and 100,000 loan by quarter 2028. So we aim to increase 15% income. So this strategy together it reduce poverty, empower women, and promote sustainability. So that's all about our fighting. Just wrapped up. Grameen Bank is a microfinance pioneer from Bangladesh, provide a collateral-free loan to rural poor, and they tackle poverty and financial exclusion. Our suggestion for scaling up the work is through digital financial literacy training and about adaptation. We target Mekong Delta farmer with microloan to Vietnam Women Union, and the impact of Grameen is reduce poverty in Bangladesh, and we tackle the problem is rural poverty, financial inclusion, and solution. We come up with solution is digital financial literacy training to scale up the work, and about Vietnam adaptation plan from the beer blending group to Vietnam Women Union and deploy plan for crop livestock. And the outcome is empower women, push an economy, and mitigate climate risk. So that's all about our presentation. So thanks for listening.